We apologize for the difficulties, had some audio troubles, but
Yeah.
we are scoreless here at Leahy Stadium. Creighton Prep and Elkhorn South in the A-2 district final. Tyler Reedy and Alex Tejan here on the call. Should be all set and ready to go with about 28 minutes to go in the first half, as Simon Metcalf can't chase down that loose ball. If you missed it, we spotlighted Simon Metcalf before the game. If you didn't hear it, I guess.
Yeah.
9 goals for him, 2 assists on the season. Metcalf nearly tracked down his 10th there.
Yep, it's been a pretty cool game so far. The thing is, when we were trying to find out our audio problem, this crowd started getting into it. We've had some exciting plays going down and all the way down the field, and we'll see if it continues.
But no score just yet. Creighton Prep seeking its 10th state championship.
Oh, look at Burns.
As John Burns takes this away. Burns moves it in the middle for Metcalf. Some space for him to fire, but it goes well over the net and out of play. Creighton Prep has made the state tournament in every single season since 2007. Meanwhile, Elkhorn South looking for its first tournament appearance since joining Class A back in 2019. Storm won the Class B state championship in 2017 and were the runner-up in 16 and 18 as Jack Johnson battles for this. Plays it through to Metcalf. He's got Pasali working the left side.
Yep.
Pasali puts a move on, and a great defensive play by Braden Kogel, the senior.
Yeah, it's a great job. We were immediately hustling to get into the area where he was trying to kick it, and it just goes out of bounds.
So now a corner for Creighton Prep. Pasali swings it in, and Johnson tried to knock it down, but sent it out of play for a goal kick. 26.5 to play in this first half. No score between Creighton Prep and Elkhorn South. If you're wondering what happens if the 2-seed Creighton Prep loses this game, well, they will make the state tournament regardless of win or loss, as long as Gretna, the 1-seed, does not lose their district final game, which is yet to be played.
So, Gretna, I think Gretna's probably arguably the team to beat as Prep heads if they head to state, as they're just a pretty good team, but Prep is too. We'll just see how this all lays out, but right here, this game, we're looking to spice things up as it's 0-0 right now, as ball bouncing around.
Gretna, as you said, Metro Conference Tournament champions back in mid-April. Creighton Prep was knocked out of that in the semifinals with a loss to Papio South. Hove with a great touch to make his way up the sideline, and now he swings it down for Metcalf. Played to the right side, Glagowski with room. Here comes the cross. Glagowski had it twist out of bounds, and a goal kick coming for Elkhorn South.
It's a great job fighting for the ball and all that. Just see if anybody can make a play.
Junior Jays have turned defense into offense very quickly. They have capitalized on Elkhorn South turnovers and immediately brought them right back into the prime scoring area in this first half. Something you expect to see from the Junior Jays, knowing what they've done offensively this season. Averaging well over 2 goals per game. As this goal kick, like I just said, going to be right back into the offensive area, but a foul against Creighton Prep.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what that...
So now Aiden Lancaster will provide the free kick. Goalkeepers today for Creighton Prep, it is TJ Durbin, and for Elkhorn South, Parker Spann, the senior. Both keepers are seniors today.
I'll tell you what, Spann for Elkhorn South, the goalkeeper, they are just like, as I said earlier, you might not have heard this, but these goalkeepers for Elkhorn South are big. I mean, like, we could see them playing on offense. I wonder if they played on the offensive line when Elkhorn South played football.
I was talking to John Burns, one of the senior midfielders of Creighton Prep before the game, and he was saying the size of the keepers is what caused a lot of the problems for Creighton Prep in what was just a 1-goal victory last Thursday over Elkhorn South. As Brady Bragg picks this one up.
Look at him go. He's spinning out over the Johnson.
Couldn't quite get it to him. However, Glagowski plays it out for Pasali. He has room. Sprinting down the left side. Pasali Plays for Jack Johnson. However, he's
Goes
beaten
out.
to it, and a hard
boy.
contact there. And it looks like they
These fans are not happy.
will get a goal kick. Prep fans, there are more of them than usual.
golf
with
team
this.
is down
Yep,
there.
the golf team is there. There's obviously
JV
more
team.
fans than usual with this being a district final game. They are not pleased, but a goal kick coming as Josh McWilliams just put a big-time shoulder into Jack Johnson. They're standing next to each other now. I wonder if there's any conversation going on as
Johnson, he's
Span provides the goal kick.
ball's popped up. Johnson, only a sophomore. He knows he's a tough player, not knowing, getting up and immediately just going back. He's still on the field right now. Good for him.
Matthews working along, looking to get past Jackson Hain, and now has to peel back and eventually does lose it to Hang.
Here comes Burns. Now with Bieber.
Baber steps up. Ahead for Metcalf. He goes all the way back for Matthews, who switches positions momentarily with Drayton Baber. Matthews ahead for Metcalf. And again, he's forced back. Good defensive
player,
stand here
yeah.
from Elkhorn South.
Yeah, they've been so far so good trying to back this team up.
Now it's worked into the middle. Bragg. Out to the far side for Simon Metcalf.
Johnson
Here it
again.
comes to the far post. Basali cannot get there. And another goal kick for Elkhorn South.
Yeah, Elkhorn South's defense doing a pretty good job trying to stay them outside, but when they do get in the middle, they try to find another guy that's all the way downfield toward the goal and just couldn't hand up. Another goal kick will be coming. It's one time it's popped up.
Far sideline. Baber fights forward with Owen Greeter. And it goes out of bounds for a Storm throw-in. Greeter had one of Elkhorn South's 3 goals on Saturday in the 3-1 overtime victory over Lincoln Pius X. The district semifinal. Here's Pasali trying to work around Kogel using his speed. Thomas
There he
Pasali
goes.
gets the cross as far as Aiden Lancaster, who sends it back out to the near sideline and out of bounds for a prep throw-in. And we'll have our first substitutions as Aiden Mori and Zamir Isaka, 2 key scoring threats for the Junior Jays, will check in for Simon Metcalf and Thomas Pasali.
Yep, Aiden Mori. He's another guy that I'm trying to look at. He's committed to, where is he committed to?
St. John's.
St. John's.
In Minnesota.
That's why. He did sign there. I mean, looking to see what he can do as he goes in for Pasali and Metcalf. And another Metcalf and Pasali being another key guys to this team.
Matthews had the cross knocked down in the box. I think the prep fans are screaming for a handball, but they again do not get the call. Going to be fun to watch this environment here today at Leahy Stadium. Both sides have packed the stands. Elkhorn South, obviously not a far trip to get from 192nd and Pacific out to prep. They've got plenty of parents here, and
for prep,
Crane Prep students aplenty.
Prep has the whole golf team down there, and even some other guys like, just saw Jory Rischel from the basketball team. And wait a minute.
You hear the boos again as Elkhorn South will get a free kick on the foul near midfield. This will be Braden Kogel to provide it. Over halfway through the first half, scoreless between Creighton Prep and Elkhorn South. Really no scoring chances to speak of yet for the Storm. However, they could create one here, but Burns fends it off. Saka and Johnson will try and chase it down as Lancaster goes back forward defensively and plays back for Span, the keeper.
This prep has been kind of feisty on defense, and here we go.
Poor pass from Span. Glagowski picked it off. However, he was beaten to it by Jackson Hain.
Glagowski was just trying to sprint back to get the ball. Ooh, what a good high kick back by Burns.
Yeah, with a good flick. Over the Storm, keep the pressure on, work it upfield. Now a race for it as Zerline has to go back and plays it out to Matthews on the wing.
Gets poked out.
And yep, poked out by Nick Armstrong, the senior. Creighton Prep will have a throw in. Brendan Zerline gets to it and moves quickly. Long throw up to Johnson. Good first touch to bring it in. Zerline to Burns. And now the center back, Hove. Baber has room on the right side. Hove finds him.
Trying to find a seam. Maury again.
There's Maury with his first touch. Look at him go. Maury using his speed, trying to beat the defense, and
over there.
It'll be another goal kick. Maury was close, however, his last touch was a little heavier than he probably would have wanted it, and that gave Ben Osterholm, the senior defender, a chance to get to it first and force Maury into a goal kick.
Maury did have the speed, but Osterholm just getting there a little bit quicker and forcing the kick by the goalie.
Owen Glogowski has come out of the game for Creighton Prep, as Nick Ostapovich is in. The goal kick from Span is out to midfield. Burns gets the head to it. Johnson fights for it, and look at Bragg run onto it. Bragg taken down. That will be a foul. And a prime scoring opportunity. Creighton Prep will have a free kick coming from a very good offensive angle.
Yep.
17.5 to play here as Ostapovich and Matthews discuss. Looks like Ostapovich will be the one to take it. Junior J's filing into the far side of the box. 6 black shirts in the area.
He's got number 5, Zach Jordan, and number 23, Nick Armstrong there to line up. If the ball goes out to the other side of the field.
It was McWilliams getting the head on it, and it goes out of bounds. Maury will have a throw-in for Prep. It goes the short way to Isaka. Flicked right back out of play by Osterholm. Maury again.
Trying to find someone, looking for Isaka, and it'll go to Burns' way.
Over Burns. Johnson kicked it into a wall. Ostapovich plays it right back in, but Elkhorn South clears.
Baber there.
Maury, good receive off the chest. Ostapovich picks it up. Plays through to Isaka. Samir Isaka.
Got guys in his face.
Turning on the Jets. Can't split the defense. And now Elkhorn South will work it up the left side. A race for it. Baber trying to use his size and physicality. He does effectively. And goes back for TJ Dervin. Brendan Zerline. Junior Jays will set up on the left side. Here's Matthews right in front of us.
Trying to find an open guy like right here over to Ostapovich and trying to see if they can split more of this defense.
Nobody there. Travels deep down the sideline and out of bounds for an Elkhorn South throw-in. 15:50 to play in the first half. Junior Jays
still scoreless.
Will have Tyler Gonsowski coming into the game very soon. He's waiting at the flag. As the throw-in comes in, Burns knocks it right back out of bounds. Elkhorn South will advance a little farther for the next throw-in, and now Gonsowski will have a chance to come into the game. Elkhorn South, meanwhile, will make a substitution themselves. Ben Osterholm is out, and Carter Pettit, the senior captain, is in.
So, Gonsowski coming back in. As the ball's popped up again, that's going to go into the stands. Trying to see Tyler Gonsowski, who has 2 goals on the year, and both of them coming up against the game Mount Michael. Just trying to see what he has to offer here today as he comes in.
Here's Burns up the left side.
There he is.
Gonsowski gets to it at midfield. Defenders racing back on him. Gonsowski stays with it, but runs into McWilliams as he was there to support Kogel. And now Zerline gets it up in the air, keeps it in play. Burns is there, goes back for Baber on the right side. And he plays it over to the sideline for Aiden Maury. Maury swings this one in.
There's
Gonsowski
again.
Trying to head it back for a sock, but it was too heavy. And this one played to an open space. Matthews takes it at midfield.
Good job trying to scoop things up and trying to make the play again after the sort of turnover-like play.
Burns to Brady Bragg on the left side. Works it in the middle. Threads the needle to Matthews. Puts the moves on. Matthews eludes a couple defenders. He's still going. Fires just over the net. Man, that was a quick release off the left foot of Matthews, and it nearly got under the crossbar.
Quick release is right. Matthews just I did not expect a kick coming, and it just over the bar. I thought for sure all the fans were like on their seats and then like or out of their seats, and it'll be a goal kick.
And even a tall goalkeeper like Parker Spann, that was out of his reach.
Mm-hmm.
Just not low enough as the goal kick is taken ahead by Burns. Asaka
Ooh, spin move, kind of like.
cuts through, but lost it eventually. He has it back, though. Samir Asaka. Great move to get to the outside. Asaka bends the shot along the turf.
Oh.
And Gonsowski crashing for the rebound, but it's gobbled up on the second chance by Spann.
It's a great job to haul it back in just in time before anybody else tries to get to that ball by Spann.
Another near turnover for the Storm as Gonsowski's pressing. However, Elkhorn South plays it up ahead off the midfield flag and out of bounds.
Baber tries to go in. Do you get any points for hitting off the extra flag? I don't think so.
Gonna get some credit for it, I think.
I mean, honestly, you should, as the ball will be going out of bounds.
Ostapovich will have a throw-in for Prep right in front of the Storm bench. Both sides, Elkhorn South and Creighton Prep, everybody on the bench is standing right on the sideline. You can tell the intensity of this matchup, and we're only in the first half.
And
players hit the deck. It'll be a foul on Maury.
You know, it's also an intense matchup, as we said again. Both fans from Elkhorn South and Prep, and some students from Prep have decided to join us today, and not in only like 50-some degree weather.
Yeah, Prep's got a student section about 4 rows deep. That includes the back-to-back state champion golf team.
Looking for back-to-back-to-back.
As Hove clears this one up, Brady Bragg. Aiden Maury.
A little swift pass by Bragg.
Cuts toward the sideline. Maury plays it for Gonsowski, who's streaking up the right side, but it eludes him and gets to Spann, who will push the pace for Elkhorn South. But Bragg steps
again
in front of Hain. Here goes Bragg, still with it. Bragg fires that one right into the arms of Spann, and they're pressing once again. However, Burns is looking for a steal. The pace is as fast as I've ever seen it at the high school level in this first half.
Holy cow. This man has been... I've been always trying to reach back and over see what is going on over here. Just like, it's been really fast when it goes back over
what a move.
here. And, yeah.
It was Carson Chochan who put a little spin on, but eventually it's sent all the way up the left side. Baber has an option in Dervin if he wants it. Instead, he'll fight for it himself. Look at them. They're almost in an arm lock. And finally it goes out, and we might have a foul on Baber. Looks like we will.
Both of them were great athleticism and just like trying to edge each other out to get the ball, and looks like the foul will be called. And Baber's still trying to talk with the ref.
He's pleading his case. They're still discussing it.
He's not liking it.
Elkhorn South is going to have a good look at a free kick with just over 10 minutes to go in the first half.
Baber trying to... Only a sophomore, and he's still a pretty good player. Just got a little too athletic with great awareness and such. Both of them had great athletic sense for the ball.
Asaka, Gonsowski wants it on a run. It does not get through to him. Good defensive play by Aiden Lancaster to prevent that opportunity.
Here's Asaka again.
Trying to get right back to it. As he fought forward with Kogel, it goes out of bounds for a Creighton Prep throw-in.
Matthews after the inbound trying to wait. We got some subs going in.
Yeah, 3 for Elkhorn South, 2 for Prep. Prep's got Johnson and Metcalf back into the game, and it looks like for the Storm, we will have Peyton McCauley, the freshman defender, Brady Agier, the junior, and Xander Roy, the junior, who we saw a little bit earlier.
Yep.
Looks like McCauley, the freshman, is playing a little more of a midfield position.
I think, who's inbound on that? That's Zerline, I think. Bro, over to Brady Bragg.
However, out of bounds off Bragg, a throw in for the Storm. As Burns goes down hard, and a foul on Elkhorn South. He got right into the mix with Everett Compton and basically belly flopped onto the turf, drawing the foul.
Burns, what a great play. It's like kind of what you see in basketball. You kind of try to get into the action and try to draw the foul, and Burns did a great job trying to draw that, and he converted.
Oh, with a big boom.
Oh, holy
Saka
cow.
tries to get ahead to
Johnson
it.
tried to
Let's
race
see if
for it.
Johnson can win the race with Span. It'll be Span smartly playing it out of bounds and onto the grass beyond the fence. Maury will leave the throw in for Ostapovich. 8:15 to go in the first half. Still scoreless. Creighton Prep has had basically all the opportunities in this game to themselves. Elkhorn South, not entirely sure, has even put a shot on goal just yet. TJ Dervin has not been busy at all, with the exception of receiving passes from his defenders. Meanwhile,
I think we're still waiting.
Span has had to move left and right and up and down to keep a clean sheet on for Elkhorn South.
Inbound, trying to see with all these trips toward Elkhorn South to their goal, trying to see if Prep can score with 7:37 left in the first half.
Goal kick. Span plays it short for McWilliams.
Here comes Burns.
Steps through with an interception. Burns at the top of the box finds Legowski, who didn't get the shot off. That's a great defensive recovery by Xander Roy.
Xander Roy with a great, just sliding up there and just gets the ball away from Burns.
Ostapovich got the feet tangled up. That'll be a foul against Elkhorn South. Looks like that might have been Roy in there again. He's all over the place at that midfield position.
Yep.
And now Ostapovich will set up for the free kick. Time winding down in the first half, but Prep, another chance to put a dent in that scoreboard for the first time in this district final. Here it comes from Ostapovich. Legowski got a head on it, but goes straight up. Metcalf will have to chase it down. He's watched closely by McCauley.
Been doing a good job to try and cover these guys so far.
Hove coming up from his center back position all the way into the corner. Has it go out of bounds, it'll be a goal kick.
Yep.
Another one for Elkhorn South.
Jeez, it's the one thing Prep just having a lot of trips. I mean, all of them pretty much have just been ending up in no goals, just goal kicks.
Yeah, you got anything in mind, Alex, for what it's going to take to finally break through this Elkhorn South team?
Just honestly, just anything to try to find this Prep or Elkhorn South defense. And you know what? Matthews almost had a shot that went to the goal that was just too high. Anything quick and easy has to be taken as a little scuffle by the out of bounds area by the Elkhorn South bench.
Prep will keep it moving in the offensive direction as they'll have another throw in from right in front of the Storm bench. Johnson trying to work his way around, getting his hands free. He's taken down. We'll have a corner kick.
Here's another chance to go as another corner kick, as you said. There's just Johnson, great play to try to go for the ball, and as it was tripped and forces the corner kick. Let's see if anything will convert, as you said, put the dent in the scoreboard.
This will be Ostapovich swinging it in to the far post. Legowski got to it, but it's just over the net. And out for another goal kick.
Oh, man. Sometimes during these corner kicks, I'm like, but
it's been one of the focal points of the Junior J offense this season. Goals off not just corner kicks, but crosses in general. They are among the best in the state at setting each other up in the box, but just not to be had yet here today. They'll look to keep things moving offensively. Burns picks it off at midfield. Ostapovich has plenty of space on the right side. And his cross attempt was blocked. Great work by Xander Roy, who is all over the place for Elkhorn South.
Roy all over there trying to get this thing out of bounds, is trying to confuse the Prep offense, and
out of bounds again, and another Prep throw-in. 4:10 to go in the first half. Isaka couldn't poke it through. Roy wins once again defensively. Brady Bragg goes back for it amongst a crowd of white jerseys. Bragg breaks free. Here he comes. Bragg still with it.
Here he goes.
Bragg on a solo rush, and finally he lost it. No whistle. I believe that was the right call.
Yeah.
As
good shot by, good try and get things going by Brady Bragg. Just at one point just starts to lose the ball again and ended up not working out all as well in the end.
Yeah, it looked like he tripped over the ball more than anything as the defender got his foot on the ball, stopped its progress, and Bragg just kind of fell over the top of it as this goes right back out of bounds. Another Elkhorn South throw, and as they're on the prep side of midfield.
Caught by Coach Hoover over on the sideline.
He can do it all.
Wearing gloves today. He's wearing gloves today on like a 53 degrees outside right now.
Yeah, not necessarily what you'd expect for May 4th.
Oh, yeah.
That's Nebraska. I'm sure next week we'll be looking at 85 and sunny for the state tournament.
At least we're not playing this game tomorrow as it's supposed to rain tomorrow and a whistle's blown.
Another free kick coming. Basically the same spot as the one we saw just moments ago. Elkhorn South will have it just outside the top right corner of the box as Prep commits another foul. We'll see if Elkhorn South can do anything with this opportunity. Just 2:35 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, it's just both the teams. I think they're looking for any score to end this second half or first half. Pardon me.
Low
And
free kick.
Durbin,
Couldn't be handled, and a goal for Elkhorn South. It was
man.
low along the ground, might have been tipped on the way in. Durbin could not handle it, and Elkhorn South is on the board first.
You're right, Durbin couldn't handle it, and it just seeps right in after the kick. Just happens, but first goal, as I said, one of these teams looking for the first goal, and they convert with 2:19 left.
I believe it might have been Aiden Nunley. It was tough to tell who got their foot on it.
But
Elkhorn South
there.
had such a crowd in there after the free kick, but regardless, here we go again with Creighton Prep trailing early in a district game. They went down by as much as 2 in the second half to Grand Island on Monday, and here they are down 1-0 late in the first half today. Burns sends it high in the sky.
Let's see if they can try to
gets
convert.
on it. Only 2:10 to play as this one's picked off by Kogel.
Hove and Bragg there, trying to see what can happen.
Nunley fighting for it with Hove. Elkhorn South emerges with it, and Hove with a strong slide tackle to send it out of bounds. Both sides of the crowd getting fired up here.
I'll tell you one thing. This has to be one of the most energetic soccer games I've been to in a while at Leahy Stadium. This is an awesome. It's only the first half.
Metcalf back into the middle. Not a great touch from Bragg. However, he gets it right back. Coughs it up once more. McCauley shouldered off by Bragg. Look at that battle. Bragg wins it.
Oh, man.
Plays it ahead for Johnson. Jack Johnson playing to a wide open right side. Look at the room to run for Ostapovich.
Trying to find the seam. Here he goes.
Flicks it into the middle. Isaka looking for it. Ostapovich will force a corner kick. Just 1:05 remaining in the first half. This will probably be the final opportunity for Creighton Prep before we go to break.
Aiden Lancaster there around Ostapovich at the corner. Let's see if they have another corner kick. Let's see if, again, with a bunch of some corner kicks converted, some haven't. Let's see.
Here it comes. It bounces around top of the box. Zerline plays it over for Bragg. Just can't feed it through. Elkhorn South, for as long as they have been on their defensive end in this first half, they have been very sound in limiting Creighton Prep from getting those through balls in there. Bragg looking for another one. It is blocked and sent out of bounds. Junior J is trying to hurry, which is 20 seconds to work with. Zerline, long throw. Knocked out of bounds. This will be another corner kick. Creighton Prep's really got to hustle to get this one off.
10 seconds.
Johnson has to chase it down himself. Can he get a kick away? 5 seconds. 3 seconds.
He'll get it off.
And it is played out by the keeper. We go to halftime with Elkhorn South leading Creighton Prep 1-0. Upset watch at Leahy Stadium in the A-2 district final. We'll be back in 10 minutes for the second half on CPSN. Welcome back to Leahy Stadium. About ready to go for the second half of the A-2 Soccer District Final. Elkhorn South on the road, leading Creighton Prep 1-0 after 40 minutes of play, trying to close the job and make it their first ever Class A state tournament appearance. Tyler Reedy and Alex Tejan on the call. And Alex, as we're about ready to kick things off here in the second half, what were your thoughts on the first 40 minutes?
Well, this is my first soccer game, and it actually shows how excited this game could be. This game has been going fast both sides, but Elkhorn South with the first has really converted as they have the first goal of the game very late in the second half as we start with Elkhorn South with the ball bouncing around.
Storm scored in the 37th minute with just 2:19 remaining in the first half. It was off of a free kick. Creighton Prep looks to answer. Pasali working up the left sideline. Stop and go. Pasali. An effective challenge made by Braden Kogel. And it goes out of bounds. Throw in for Elkhorn South.
Pasali, we haven't said his name quite a bit as much in the first half. We'll see how he let's see how he does in the second half. We'll see how this Prep offense will do in general after being down 1-0. Start off with Metcalf, I believe.
Metcalf trying to get around, but came back from McWilliams, who boots that one up the right sideline, and it
goes out of bounds.
Stays in play for a while with the English he put on that ball, but finally out for a Creighton Prep throw-in.
Let's see, is that Zerline, I think you've thrown that in?
Yep. He goes for Metcalf, who tries to flick it over to the defender, but
bouncing around.
It's played well by Braden Kogel. And now another throw-in coming. Metcalf.
So trying to see, trying to fight to get the ball.
Tried to fight through two defenders, and
a whistle.
The foul goes against Prep. So free kick coming just shy of midfield for Elkhorn South.
Seeing by the reaction of the Prep sideline, they're not really like that call, but nonetheless, it's still early in the second half. Plenty of time to hopefully tie this game and even take the lead.
A reminder, if Prep loses this game, they're the 2 seed, so if Prep loses and Gretna, the 1 seed, wins, Creighton Prep will head to the state tournament at Morrison Stadium. But if Creighton Prep loses and Gretna loses as well at the 1 position, the Junior Jays will miss the state tournament for the first time since 2007. But you know Creighton Prep's not thinking about the Dragons right now. They want to finish this one off thinking about the Storm.
They were
make a comeback again.
They were down 2-0 against Grand Island on Monday in pouring rain. Let's see if they can come back from a 1-0 here against Elkhorn South. Let's start off.
Joshan tried to plate it through for Pettit. Fernando De La Torre was in there as well. And it comes back for Dervin. His punt goes well past midfield.
Johnson there and a bunch of other guys. Great kick.
And we got an Elkhorn South player down. I think he hit his head on the turf.
That's Ben Osterholm.
Ben Osterholm grabbing the back of his head. And looks like he will have to come out of the game. As the training staff, Creighton Prep is out there to take a quick peek at him, but looks like he's pretty stable as the Storm make a change. Looks like it might be Xander Roy back into the game. Had a big impact, especially defensively from that midfield position.
Yeah, he sure did. Yep, he's been doing pretty good going back into the game. Let's see what he can bring to the Prep offense. As you said, he's been doing pretty good on defense. As this is goalkeeper. That's not Span. That
is Span.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Nonetheless, great kick.
And it goes keeper to keeper after a couple touches, and now Dervin has possession for Prep. Looks like he'll settle for a punt. Low line drive.
Pasali's going to be there recovering it and see what he can do.
Yep, Pasali's got it. Going to set up shop on the left sideline. Trying for the give and go with Bragg.
Joshan there trying to scoop it up. It goes out.
Storm work it through to De La Torre.
Oh,
He lost it.
Matthews waved his arms right up.
All the way across the field to him. Max Matthews angling in.
Yes.
And now has to play back for Drayton Baber. Matthews.
Yep, there's John Burns.
To
He's trying to ask for the ball by
Gets through the
Baber.
defense. Burns
Gets
is
stripped
knocked
out.
down. That's a foul.
Yep, there it
And
is.
a prime real estate free kick coming up for Creighton Prep. As John Burns went on a solo rush, broke through 3 Storm defenders before finally being hauled down.
Yeah, Burns. At one point, when Baber had the ball, he was asking for it because he did have a little opening where Baber could give it to Burns, and then Burns to drive it upfield, and he sure get in, and then later draw the foul.
Matthews on the turf,
Oh.
and nearly a back post chance for Hove as Bragg flicked it through. However, it went off Elkhorn South before crossing the end line, so a corner kick coming for Creighton Prep.
Corner kicks have not been all that successful for Prep, but now here on the other side, there one corner kick by Elkhorn South, one of them, I should say, was successful, and it resulted in the goal late in the first half. Let's see what it can do as Matthews will be kicking it.
Here it comes, right along
back
the
out.
goal line, but it's sent back out. Burns goes to chase it down, gets to it after Grader flicked it ahead. Burns lets it trickle out of bounds, and we'll be right back on it for the throw-in. Matthews battles for it with Kogel.
Here comes Burns again.
Bragg has it. Played back for Gligowski, who couldn't go through with it. Sliding play by Gligowski, and now
Won't work.
Zerline will boot this one back in. Metcalf retreats as it's headed on by Kogel.
Oh, Brady down on the deck. Good thing he's back up.
And now the Storm pushing up the right side,
Oh, here
trying
he
to play it
comes.
through for Pettit. Hove is back there first, and he beats Fletcher Pettit to it and gets ahead for Metcalf.
Matthews, Johnson, Vasali there, trying to find an open seam. Matthews right there.
Here he comes. Matthews with room. He's watched by Roy. And gets it down for Pasali.
Ooh, a little fake
Roy
move.
coming quickly. Pasali
Off the
tried to
shoulder.
swing it in, but it was knocked away by De La Torre. Pasali doesn't know where it is.
Burns comes up with
does. Here he comes. Burns up the right side. The Storm fans want a handball, and the
Don't get it,
Burns
and
cross
off.
is knocked down, and it'll be a end of the sideline throw-in for Creighton Prep. That's a great defensive play by Carter Pettit.
Oh, Carter Pettit with a great Burns just trying to kick it right back over, and then Pettit with just puts his body up, and then the ball goes out of bounds. It's right here. That ball goes out of bounds as well.
And a corner coming. Matthews couldn't play it through. However, the Storm boomed it right back out of bounds. As the Elkhorn South bench goes through some exercises here. 7 minutes into the second half. The corner from Matthews. Knocked down initially. Right back to Matthews.
Out of bounds
The
again.
defender comes onto it. That's Roy knocking it away for another corner. And like you mentioned earlier, Alex, the success rate for the Junior Jays on these corner kicks has been surprisingly low today, but all it takes is one breakthrough to
Sure
get this
has.
game tied.
We'll see. That's
Burns
here goes again.
denied.
Matthews gonna race over there and get it. Great job.
Chochan got it out of the area as Matthews back for Hove. Now Burns again. Matthews deflects it off of Roy. Now Burns gets it back on the return from Johnson. Johnson goes to get it himself. The man
How
goes
about
down. There's
that?
no whistle. And Johnson sends it behind the net and out of play.
Oh, man.
But another corner.
Jack Johnson says, "Get out of my way. I want this ball." Great. What a great job.
And that's
Fortunately, didn't go
yeah,
in, but
and
still.
It's the same thing that Johnson received in the first half when he went toe-to-toe with Josh McWilliams and was sent down, but there was no whistle, and Johnson gave it right back, and officials let him play on. So now Matthews and Pasali will race to set up a corner. Matthews dishes to Pasali. Right back for Matthews. Roy is on him, and the cross is knocked up in the air by Johnson.
Both a miss.
Burns looking for it. Gligowski battles with Chochan, and now Hove gets it back. Matthews is wide open, right edge of the box. Max Matthews sends it in, back post, and Gligowski couldn't find it. Metcalf does, but the save is made and covered up by Span.
What a great job. He's been doing great plays all game against when prep is over trying to get that goal. Spanish there like a brick wall trying to make sure, get out of here.
And now Baber is fouled. Elkhorn South can't believe it. Owen Grader was pressing alongside Fletcher Pettit for a potential 2-on-1 opportunity, but Junior Jays get it right back on the free kick. Now Metcalf running onto it. Look out. Can he break through? No, he can't. A strong defensive hold.
Aiden Lancaster, what a great job scooting that back up. But Burns again. Here he goes.
Lost it.
Out.
And now it comes out for Greeter.
Ooh, Matthews trying to slide in.
Hitting the deck as Baber feeds it through for Glagowski, and the Junior Jays reset at midfield.
It's a great job, Matthews over. I think that's Xander Roy again trying to find the seam. Matthews there sliding up. I think that's Bragg again over the Matthews.
Matthews wide open. There's room. Prep fans rise to their feet, waiting for the opportunity, but it's not there.
Oh, my
Matthews
goodness.
rejected by the combination of Roy and Pettit, and now comes all the way back for Hove to chase down. Hove with Greeter.
Oh, boy.
Hove got through, fell down.
Oh, both of them are trying to fight for
and
this
now
ball,
finally
and
a foul against Hove.
oh, these prep fans are not liking that call.
Burns is testifying for Jacob Hove, but
I think
that can't change the call. Elkhorn South will have a free kick.
Owen Grader, I think, was on Hove, and a bunch of, I think some other guys were too, like Xander Roy maybe. Nonetheless, the great athleticism by Jacob Hove just fortunately draws the foul that prep fans do not like.
Free kick is knocked out by Baber, and now Johnson has room. Ahead for Matthews.
Oh, look at him
Johnson, Metcalf, and Bragg running with him. Now Johnson.
Great sliding play by Carson Chochon.
Tries to play it through, but McWilliams waiting for it. And now Lancaster stepping through. Couldn't get it past Glagowski. Zerline knocks it down at midfield. Looked for Pasali, but it was deflected away and knocked out of bounds by Elkhorn South. 29 minutes to go. You would think there's only 5 minutes left with the intensity of the crowd and the play and everything that's going on within the confines of this stadium here this afternoon.
For those who are just joining us, we got whole student section down there for this game, and not just for prep. Elkhorn South has got quite a bit of fans here, as well as I think that's Mecca or Bragg, I should say.
Bragg sees it knocked across the goal line for a corner kick. Simon Metcalf will set it up. Junior Jays have had plenty of opportunities from that spot today, yet to cash in. Here it comes from Metcalf, and right into the arms of Span, who has been so consistent.
Another great job. Consistent is right. He has been all over the ball. Says no thank you when the ball gets even close to the goal.
His punt is a strong one as well. Burns sends it back. As far as Chochon, got through Greeter, and Zerline ball down, and it'll be a foul against Elkhorn South. Zerline will defer to Hove for the free kick. 1-0 Elkhorn South. The Storm scored in the 37th minute, late in the first half, off a free kick rebound.
Let's see what they can respond with. Elkhorn South, they have been playing pretty dang good on defense, especially Matthews this time.
Matthews sends it across the top of the box. Metcalf leaves for Pasali. Back for Simon Metcalf. Watched by a couple defenders. A slide tackle, and that will go out of bounds. But a foul called before the fact. So a free kick coming. Metcalf will be taking it.
Here goes again, another free kick. Elkhorn South is getting an A+ on the defense, especially after free kicks, corner kicks, you name it. When it comes, anything that comes to the defense near the goal, as obviously Prep has 0 on the board.
Elkhorn South plays it perfectly again, and they clear it well past midfield. And all the way down the sideline before it goes out of bounds. Junior Jays just have not had the solution to break through this brick wall of a defense that Elkhorn South has put up. The possession has been nearly all Junior Jays throughout the game, but they honestly have not gotten that many shots
No,
off.
they haven't. Some of the stuff's been coming out on corner kicks again, especially in the first half. But just still trying to see what can happen as Prep knows how to come back, especially when they're down 2-0 against Grand Island on Monday.
Flags up offside as Fletcher Pettit tried to play it through for Owen Greeter.
Yep.
First offside call of the afternoon, and Creighton Prep will move quickly now as it's Pasali working up the left side.
So he
Pasali,
goes again.
stutter step,
Out of bounds.
and out of bounds. Elkhorn South will have a throw-in. They'll make 2 changes as well, as Ben Osterholm is in the game.
Along with,
Jackson Hain.
yep.
As we see, looks to be Carter Pettit checking out. De La Torre is out as well.
Let's see what they can find.
Not a good touch.
Not good touch.
Kogel completely lost track of it, but comes right back for Roy, who has room, and tried to spring his man on a run, but it was well out of the range of Greater.
Dervin there, great to scoop it up and go over the Draper. And over Matthews.
Matthews watched by Roy, and Roy beats him to it as he took a heavy touch, knocked out of bounds. Prep keeps it on a throw-in.
Trying to find someone.
There's Burns.
Elkhorn South playing this defense nice as they've been all game.
Drayton Baber. Ooh, what a move.
That's what I like
He
to
got
see.
it up in the air. Finds Jack Johnson.
Uh-oh.
Johnson working into the box. Here we
Yep.
go, and
Oh.
it's knocked away again by Elkhorn South.
Let's see, that was...
Lancaster.
Yeah, another great job. Just anytime. They've been going inside. They've been going inside the goal line and whatnot. They just end up just kicking it away as Matthews.
Matthews gets that one through.
Oh.
Metcalf on the back post couldn't receive it well. And Elkhorn South clears it out as far as Zerline, who gives back for Hove. Now Baber at midfield.
Well, we've seen these quick kicks by Max Matthews. I just see earlier in the first half we had one that almost went in. Matthews again with the kick and
Nothing there
goes out of
again.
bounds. Ugh.
It was Ben Osterholm shutting down that opportunity. Creighton Prep another corner. It'll be Matthews to take it. Here it
we
comes.
go again. Oh,
Metcalf with a header. That's nowhere near the net. And across the line for a goal kick, as the Junior Jays will bring Mori and Asaka into the game. And Elkhorn South will counter with Ryan Semek.
I think here we go. Elkhorn South has been their parents here tonight. They've been giving huge credit to all these Elkhorn South. I don't know if you can hear them, but all these Elkhorn South players are getting a good ovation by these Elkhorn South parents as the ball goes out.
Zerline will go back to the keeper. Junior Jays took Pasali and Legowski out of the game for that substitution. Elkhorn South sent Owen Greater back to the bench.
Yep. See what they can do then with guys like Maury in and
Hove. They can do a lot with him in as he gets past a couple pressures from Elkhorn South, but Asaka couldn't field it cleanly. However, the outlet goes skipping past Roy, and now Matthews plays it back to the middle. Brady Bragg has Matthews on a 1-2 to the outside. Matthews to the middle, a flick. Asaka's there, but he could not get a clean shot off. Maury running onto it. Arms flailing, he can't quite get to it, and a goal kick for Elkhorn South.
Asaka had a good look. He just kind of had his fingers tangled up and just couldn't get it there. Couldn't get the goal to get going as these Elkhorn South fans are getting really fired up as Span with the kick up and Burns again.
And a foul against Elkhorn South as Burns was upended. Hove working quickly to Bragg. Trying to catch Elkhorn South a little bit unsettled as it's Metcalf on the left side. Almost halfway through the second half. It's been all Creighton Prep as it's been the whole day with the exception of one Elkhorn South chance, and that chance resulted in a goal.
Yep. Still they could that goal, not only that, but being late in the 37th minute of the first half and seeing what crucial this would go. But still plenty of time left for Prep as the ball gets taken away.
Great aggressiveness by Kogel as Elkhorn South tries to work this one. They do get it all the way out to midfield before Burns takes over. And now Maury.
The outside again.
Looking for Asaka. He goes down
shoved.
and a foul.
Yep, I was expecting that. Shoved Asaka and trying to find out who that was. I think it might have been somebody. Nonetheless, another corner kick coming. Free kick, rather.
Metcalf brings it in.
Out
and
again.
It's flicked right out of there by McWilliams.
Faber there.
Asaka looking for it. Johnson heads it. Hove has a look, and he didn't get the shot off, and he hit the ground so hard. Man, I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I agree too.
Hove is as tough as they come, and he's right back to his feet. He was all kinds of off balance as he tried to get that dream of a shot off and hit the ground really hard.
Here we go again. This is
Bragg's
Bragg.
got it. He goes down. Is that in the box? We've got a penalty kick coming.
Here we go. Another. Oh man, Bragg. As soon as he got hit, he got up and he was really excited. Look at this prep student section right here. They're really loving how this is going. As you're right, a penalty kick is going to be coming.
And Simon Metcalf, who has been the PK man all year for the Junior Jays, will take it. Looking for his 10th tally of the season and a chance to tie the game in the district final.
Hispanic goalkeeper. It's fine. Here we go.
Simon Metcalf staring down his prey, looking to score again on the penalty kick. Elkhorn South makes a change before the fact. Leahy Stadium holding its collective breath.
All you got to do is watch it and listen.
Metcalf for the tie.
Here we go.
Yes!
Got it!
Simon Metcalf evens it at 1.
10th goal of the year for Metcalf. And, oh, man, this place has gone upside down. They are very into this game, tied at 1 with 20 minutes left.
Simon Metcalf, for the 10th time this year, finds the back of the net, and the Junior Jays and Storm are level at 1 in the district final.
Oh, man. This is first time in a long time I've seen this many people at Leahy Stadium really into this game at soccer. Oh, holy buckets. This is awesome, Tyler.
Yeah, this is what you live for when you watch soccer in the state of Nebraska. Matches like this one. And it's not even the state tournament yet.
Oh, it's about to get even better when the state tournament arrives at what's the stadium again?
Morrison Stadium.
Morrison Stadium.
Yeah. And it looks like we've got an altercation between the head coach of Elkhorn South and the official. John Schad got a yellow card, apparently.
Uh-oh.
So now Storm, I think, have to bring somebody out, and they've got Braden Kogel out of the game. But Creighton Prep, after all this, have the game tied at 1. John Burns imploring the student section to get even louder.
Oh, man.
As a goal from Simon Metcalf from the penalty spot in the 59th minute. His 10th goal of the year, and he's now scored in 3 consecutive games for the Junior Jays. As it looks like we're finally ready to resume play.
Oh,
and we'll give you an update from another spring sport. The Junior J baseball team is beating Lincoln North Star 16-0 in the 3rd inning.
Holy cow. This baseball about to we can talk about any sport. That's what we do here on CPSN, but good job baseball. But let's see how this soccer game ends up as.
Yeah, the intensity's picked up even more. George Laurel is into the game now for Creighton Prep as Maury placed it over to Bragg.
Here we go.
Simon Metcalf will get all the glory for the PK goal, but it was Bragg who set it up, drawing the foul in the box. He's got it once again on the left sideline. Bragg had it knocked down. And now here comes Elkhorn South. Hayne couldn't get past Zerline.
Great job by Zerline trying to get in the
going
way.
to the turf all over the place, and a foul on Elkhorn South. Looks like Morey drew it. The Junior Jays looking to strike again on offense with now 19:10 to play in regulation time.
Well, this game, we can talk about this for a long time. This has been huge game, impact the fans and all that, and now really guys just with all the motivation coming, it has been huge.
Asaka couldn't get his foot around it, going toward the back post, and he has to retrieve it again near the corner.
Is it.
Metcalf, or rather Asaka, trying to break through as that goes out. Creighton Prep will have it with 18:30 to go on what looks to be another corner kick. Junior Jays and Elkhorn South, no stranger to extra time games. Their regular season meeting last year on Senior Day here at Creighton Prep went to overtime, and the Junior Jays won it.
Sure did.
There's a couple changes are made on both sides. Ostapovich is back in for Creighton Prep, and he'll be taking the corner kick with under 18 minutes to play. Here it comes.
Here we go.
Ostapovich, back post. Nobody there. Hove takes it on the far side. It goes out. Another corner kick, this time from the far side of the pitch. Matthews will take this one.
Yeah, that corner kick hit the ground first, and now here's Matthews again on another corner kick.
Here it is.
Up in the air.
Hove waiting for it on the far end, but can't reel it in. Now somehow gets a cross back through. I don't know how he got his foot around that one.
I don't know.
Lauro was right next to the keeper, but Span reeled it in, and now Elkhorn South is pushing out to midfield.
I don't know.
Slide tackle from Burns, and a whistle, and Burns will get a yellow card. Boy, Burns was screaming back defensively. He covered some serious distance on the slide tackle, but he gets a card for it as he took out Semick.
Going back to that last corner kick by Matthews, you're right how he spun himself around. I don't know how Span, we've been talking about him all day. He comes up and grabs the ball out of nowhere. It's just like, where'd you come from? But now with Burns out, we'll see how this game goes along, as I think Xander Roy will be set to kick it in just a second.
Will be Roy. Clock is stopped with 17:11 to go with the yellow card, and I think Coach Hoover wants to have a brief conversation, or somebody wants to have a brief conversation over there, and it's a substitution for Elkhorn South.
Yep.
As they will get Kogel back into the game. Anderson Holman comes out. So Kogel had to come out briefly following the sideline yellow card for Elkhorn South.
So, see how it goes. Roy to kick it off.
Roy into the box.
Guy down on the deck.
And it was Glagowski getting the head on, make that Zerline to clear it away. It's still down there. A chance and a save by Durbin.
Durbin with a great, just comes up and
I
gets the ball in the hand.
I believe there may have been a foul on the Storm anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's Baber. Moving it over for Ostapovich. He has room up the sideline. Ostapovich looking to spring Lauro.
Here he goes.
Asaka had to leap up in the air with McWilliams on the ground. Look at Bragg step up. Brady Bragg cutting back into the middle. Threads the needle. Johnson on to Ostapovich. Runs it down on the sideline. Ostapovich sends it in. And Span makes another grab with Bragg crashing into the net.
Bragg is frustrated and he deserves to be Span. Oh, man. Other than the penalty kick that Metcalf made, Span has been doing an amazing job goalkeeping. The ball will be going out to Dervin.
Yep, keeper to keeper once again. Dervin will just leave it for Brendan Zerline. Up the left side for Matthews. Crosses midfield. Matthews hits that second gear. And now looks for Osaka, but it's not there. And out of bounds for a goal kick.
Yep.
15 and a half to play in regulation as Elkhorn South will bring Hain and Greeter back in. Roy and Semick will go to the bench.
See how it goes without him this game. As Span will be back up to goal kick once again. He's been doing good again, as he's always been.
To midfield. Legowski knocked it down well, but was beaten to it by Chochan, and it goes out of bounds for Creighton Prep to throw it in. Two more changes made by the Junior Jays.
Metcalf and Burns are going to come back in for Laura and Johnson.
Yep. Simon Metcalf, the goal scorer for the Junior Jays in the 59th minute on a penalty kick. As Osaka keeps this one in, Matthews plays it all the way back for Jacob Hove. Babers open on the right side.
So he got kind of quiet the second half. First half he's been doing all right on offense and defense, but going to see him going around.
Burns to the left side for Zerline. Now Matthews working the sideline.
Baber has his arms up looking to find the ball. Same with Burns.
Pass was knocked down. Burns trying to get to it. And finally he does, but there's a whistle and foul against Creighton Prep as Elkhorn South has a man slow to get up. Looks like that may have been Kogel.
Yep.
And indeed it was. So the Storm will have a free kick with now under 14 minutes to play in regulation. Elkhorn South scored the game's opening goal in the 37th minute, very late in the first half, just 2:19 to go. That was off a free kick, and then Creighton Prep got theirs on the 59th minute penalty kick by Metcalf.
Here goes Bragg up to that. Oh, the guy down on the deck, and Dervin covers it.
Yep. Dervin picks it up as that was Aiden Nunley going to the ground. Here is Matthews on the left side.
Here is ball going up in
It was
the
out
air.
of bounds as Glogowski tried to play it, and it was deflected by Elkhorn South. Matthews will have a throw-in. Osaka. Matthews has it again. Up the left side, Pasali. Maybe a breakthrough here. Thomas Pasali. No way. That one is out of bounds for a deep throw-in for Creighton Prep.
It's a good job. Let me see that. That was Josh McWilliams, I believe, who just came up and poked it out of Pasali's grasp.
Matthews to Glogowski. Back for Bragg. Here it comes, and that one is wide right and well over the net. So a goal kick coming once again for Elkhorn South. 12:20 to play in regulation time. If extra time is needed, we will play two 15-minute halves. And if we are still tied after those 30, penalty kicks, 5 aside, to determine who wins the A-2 district. Zamir Osaka trying to play this one out of the air.
Yep.
And it's out off of Creighton Prep. Throwing for the Storm.
See, Matthews and Bragg in there.
Matthews puts the pressure on. It comes back to Burns. Now Metcalf in the middle. Tries for somebody, but Osaka and Glogowski were not quite ready to start their runs. And it's gobbled up by Span.
Good job, Bragg and Matthews have been a dynamic duo within the second half.
Hove chases it down for Prep.
Yep.
Jackson Hain, watched by Ostapovich. Burns picks it up. There's a whistle. And it's a foul against Creighton Prep. And Burns is barking at the official. He's got to be careful already with that one yellow card. And fortunately, nothing comes of it. It'll be a free kick for Elkhorn South.
Score update, Prep varsity baseball up 17-0. It's still at the bottom of the third.
Let's look at the box score here. Who's driven on all the runs for Prep? 3 for Parker Mooney, 3 for Kobe Hatcher. Great day on the diamond for the Junior Jays.
It's a great day on the.
They have their districts coming up on Saturday.
Great day on the pitch as well for soccer.
Bragg heads that one out. He's racing onto it with Asaka. Asaka gets there first. And couldn't play it through, but it goes off the storm for Prep throw-in. And it'll be Legalski playing it back for Burns. Hove picks it up. Baber
Outside.
with 10 minutes and 10 seconds to go in regulation. Ostapovich right in front of us. Metcalf
2 guys on him. It gets poked out.
out of bounds. And there'll be a free kick for Creighton Prep before it went out. Foul against Elkhorn South. They've got to move it back a little bit. Ostapovich will be taking this one. Baber and Metcalf are discussing something as this one's sent in and sent right back out by Elkhorn South. Matthews waiting for it. Finds Brady Bragg. Great through pass to Legalski, but he couldn't go back to Bragg. The clearing attempt eluded Burns. And now Greeter sends this one out. Baber will be the first to it as he beats Hain and goes back for Dervin. Dervin sends this one across midfield. Hove beaten to it by Greeter. Owen Greeter with it. Good looking through ball, but Zerline has none of it and lets it go out of bounds. Substitution time now as Prep brings Jack Johnson into the game. Elkhorn South will make 2 changes of their own. It'll be Xander Roy and Ben Osterholm.
Johnson's going to come in for Asaka. And
foul against Creighton Prep.
Yep.
Free kick coming for Elkhorn South with now 8.5 minutes to play. Match still even at 1. Elkhorn South scored first. Junior Jays tied it about halfway through this second period.
Sure did about. Now let's see what they can do on defense right here.
Roy had it knocked out to the top of the box where it's flicked right back in by Pettit. And now finally it goes out of bounds, but a corner kick coming for Elkhorn South. We haven't seen many of those for the visitors today, but here's a chance.
With all those corner kicks, they converted on one with 1 goal late in the first half. Let's see. How can they convert right here? Here we go. Oh.
Xander Roy will set it up. 5 white jerseys ready to crash. Here it comes. It's low. It's to the top of the box.
Ostapovich was there.
Played up and over to the net and wide by McWilliams. And Creighton Prep has a goal kick.
Yep. Pretty good. Doing a good job holding these off and make sure they have no more goals. From their standpoint, that is.
Max Matthews on the left sideline. Jack Johnson at midfield. Gives back for Matthews. He plays it up the sideline for Pasali. Pasali couldn't get it through. He's got it back, though.
Yep. Johnson
So
Matthews.
I don't think that's Pasali anymore. That's Skligowski now.
Oh.
Pasali has come out of the game. As Creighton Prep will have a throw-in near the corner flag. Under 7 minutes to go.
See how any of these guys could be a good.
Matthews fumbled by the defense. A shot and it's just wide.
Oh man! Oh man!
My! That was almost it. It was Glagowski, and it just sailed past the top corner.
Some guys had their hands on their heads. I thought for sure that'd be off the reach of Span and be going right into the corner of the net, but just not the mark. Now Span to kick things back off. Burns out the headbutt. Now
Johnson knocks the defender off the ball and picks it up. That was Osterholm he beat.
Good
Johnson
hustle.
still fighting for it. Now we got a whistle and we got a yellow card. It's against Elkhorn South. And I believe they got Osterholm for it.
Well, one of the prep students down there had his demerit card out for showing a yellow card out. We need to see who that was. We need to give it by.
Lively student section today.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate the creativity, as Elkhorn South will have to make a change. They've brought Peyton McCauley, the freshman, in for Osterholm. So a freshman replacing a senior. We'll see if that has any bearing in this high-tension situation. As the official finishes writing things down in his book. Ostapovich.
Just under 6 minutes to go.
Is all lined up. 5:59 in regulation. 6 in the box for Creighton Prep. Johnson, Metcalf, Bragg.
Yep.
Hove is in there as well, as it goes off Johnson and well over the net. And another goal kick coming for Elkhorn South.
That time was just a little too high and shot the mark. These goal kicks have been getting better, but still have not really converted on the goal wise. Now bouncing around.
Matthews goes back for it near the sideline, in front of his bench. Now makes his move. Matthews creating space. That's Johnson on the sideline. Johnson sends that one low along the end line, and it's fielded by Span. 5:15 to go. Junior J student section is now about 5 or 6 rows deep.
Wow.
You know they love to pack it when we get to state, but even today, at home for the district final, it is loaded.
Sure is. Rooting on their fellow teammates as they're playing their last game at Leahy Stadium.
Metcalf trying to get to it. Span beat him. Ostapovich with the keeper out.
Here we go.
He does have space.
Yep.
Metcalf waiting for it, and the save is made. The height of Span made all the difference.
Wow.
And he reaches up and grabs it. Metcalf nearly had his second of the match.
Everybody, every prep fan, is like, how is he doing this? Well, one thing is that his height. I mean, he looked like grabbing up a rebound for a basketball. Holy buckets.
And it's impressive to do something like that anyway, but mind you, he had just come all the way out of the box to contest with Metcalf and play it out, so he was all kinds of unsettled and still made the play. As Matthews is out of the game for Creighton Prep. I believe he might have just picked up a yellow card.
Yep.
So that is 4 yellow cards, 2 aside here in this one. Creighton Prep to replace him.
4:10 to go.
Looks like they've brought Morey back into the game.
Yep.
Now Elkhorn South has a free kick from midfield. 4:10 on the clock. Game has been even for the last 16 minutes.
Here we go.
As the kick comes in, a high drive. It's a pretty
Oh.
good one. Is that a handball in the box? It is not. The Elkhorn South fans are screaming for it. It was very close, but another yellow card. That's a 5th of the game and a 3rd for Elkhorn South. It'll be against Fletcher Pettit.
Wow.
He must have been arguing with the official about the non-handball call, and he's furious going to the bench.
Wow. There's chanting you can't do that, and well, he does have some sort of case. It looked like he did get one of the prep guys had some sort of, probably had a little hand on it, but another great job by TJ Durbin to scoop it up, because last time he had a mistake trying to in the first half, which ended up giving Elkhorn South a goal, but great job scooping it back up when a lot of pressure was in his face.
Pettit and Osterholm and the coach for Elkhorn South have received yellow cards. Burns and Matthews have received yellow cards for Creighton Prep. Crazy things happen when you get to May.
Yep.
As Durbin rolls this one out to Baber. He's got Ostapovich on the sideline, but it'll go even farther up the pitch. where it's flagged down by Chochan. And now Lancaster picks it up for Elkhorn South, and it comes back to McWilliams. Under 4 minutes remaining in regulation. Burns at midfield.
Yep.
Ostapovich with room in front of him. Roy
Here
is
we go.
closing. Ostapovich.
Outside.
Oh,
Here
what
we-
a touch
oh.
by Glagowski, but
Oh,
Johnson
man.
couldn't quite get there. And it's sent out of bounds by Elkhorn South. Morey ready with the throw-in.
They're all going quickly. I think, let's see, Peyton McCauley was over where Jack Johnson was to knock the ball out. And the ball goes out of bounds right here.
Goal kick for Elkhorn South. Approaching the 3 minutes remaining mark here in the second half. Creighton Prep 1, Elkhorn South 1 in the A-2 district final. The winner goes straight to Morrison Stadium. If Elkhorn South loses, their season is over. If Creighton Prep loses, their season is over if Gretna loses, but their season continues at Morrison Stadium if Gretna wins.
Ball goes up. I mean, you're right, Tyler. They've been going. The Prep has been going to state soccer since 2007. Looking to go right here. Here we go. Oh,
And it'll be a foul against Creighton Prep, against Morey. And the Storm, with 2:20 remaining in regulation, will have
oh boy.
a free kick. Time is at a premium now before we get to extra time. Xander Roy is ready with it. Here it comes.
Ball's up.
Dervin right into his arms. No troubles this time. And he'll play it out on the punt.
Goes
Johnson
up.
gets ahead on it, but Lancaster plays it right back out. Johnson trying to run onto this one. McWilliams plays it effectively and out of bounds for a Prep throw-in. 1:40 remaining.
Going
Owen
up.
Wagowski to Johnson.
A lot of Elkhorn South Storm down there to get pressure on these guys. Not a lot of guys down there.
Morey
for Brett.
swings this one in. It comes right back out. Bragg is there. Johnson has to retreat. Bragg once more.
Here it
Johnson
comes.
looking for that opportunity. Johnson
Oh, escapes.
still on his feet. Johnson plays it back for Burns. Junior Jay's trying to set something up in the final minute. Metcalf
Outside
lost
Burns.
it. Burns chips it. Baber trying to run onto it, has to play it with his chest. Knocked
Hooked
up
up.
in the air. And a header
Oh.
is reeled in by Span.
45 seconds span with another great recovery.
This one over Zerline. Hove backs him up. Zerline tries to keep it moving, but we've got a whistle. And we've got a throw-in. Here it comes from Elkhorn South. 25 seconds remaining in regulation.
Yep.
Hove defending. Stays in play for him. Elkhorn South looking for one last chance, and now a whistle and a foul against the Storm.
Clock's
and with
still
10
going.
seconds left, we're going to extra time. Creighton
Yeah.
Prep 1, Elkhorn South 1 in the A2 district final, and 80 minutes were not enough.
Oh, man.
We will play extra time between the Junior Jays and the Storm. And after this 5-minute break, we'll be right back.
Yep.
20 minutes to decide it between Creighton Prep and Elkhorn South in the district final.
Yep.
Welcome back to Leahy Stadium, the A-2 district final between Creighton Prep and Elkhorn South. Junior Jays, the second-ranked team in the entire state, number 1 in this district. Elkhorn South, the number 2 team in this district, unranked in the state. And they are going to extra time. 80 minutes did not provide a resolution to this contest. Creighton Prep 1, Elkhorn South 1. Tyler Reedy and Alex Tejan on the call here on the CP Sports Network. And Alex, I don't think we could have asked for a better district final game than this.
Great teams, great players, and the fans. This is must-watch soccer when you're up, when you're both tied and going into extra time.
5 yellow cards too between the two teams. 3 for Elkhorn South and 2 for Creighton Prep.
Yep, it's just yellow cards been flying, guys. Been playing a full 80 minutes, and we still have not found a winner.
If you're just joining us, Elkhorn South got the scoring started in the 37th minute in the first half, but then Creighton Prep responded in the 59th minute on a penalty kick goal by Simon Metcalf. And that's it.
That's the 10th, Metcalf's 10th goal this year, which leads the team. Ball going up in the middle.
Look at this rush by Semick. Now he has to play it back for Roy. Elkhorn South back to moving from your left to right. Creighton Prep right to left as we play 2 10-minute halves here in overtime.
Yep.
And we're already 10% of the way through the first one.
This game is just back and forth down the field. Great defense. Elkhorn South scored on a corner kick late in the second half as first half rather. Prep hit one in the second half as well off a penalty kick. And another scoop off.
Johnson couldn't quite get to it. Span has been
amazing
sensational in goal today. You got that right, Alex. Only goal he's let in has been the Metcalf penalty kick. He's faced a barrage of other Junior J opportunities. Pasali trying to create one here.
Just see Mac went on the
hair flying. He's speeding down the left sideline, trying to get past Kogel. Finally, he does get to the end line, sends it back post. There's nobody there. Ostapovich runs it down on the far sideline. 8 minutes to go in the first overtime.
Here we go. A lot of white jerseys there, though.
All the way back for Burns. Jack Johnson sends it high into the box. And watch out there.
Oh.
Can Loro get to it? He can't. Pinballed around amongst Elkhorn South defenders, and finally McWilliams clears it out of play.
Yep, they've been going at it all game long, and just, wow, that one just out of their reach.
Brady Bragg.
Oh,
great move to get free. He lost Roy. Now Roy comes back to defend. And it's moved on for Ostapovich. Into the box.
The middle.
McWilliams knocks it out. Bragg has a go. And it goes to the keeper's leg. Is it in? Is it in? It's in!
Oh my goodness!
Brady Bragg put it right through Stan's legs.
The birdcage is going crazy.
2-1 Junior Jays in extra time.
Holy cow! That ball Span had the grasp, and it goes right by him, and it rolls on in, and they count it. Brady Bragg, hats off to you. Holy mackerel.
An absolute screamer along the turf. Span was in perfect position for it, but it was just too hot to handle. And Bragg has his 6th of the season, and by far his biggest goal of the year.
This birdcage is like, after they beat Westside in the state playoffs in basketball, they were jumping around like it's Wisconsin football. This is awesome.
And now the Junior Jays will try to really put it away and make it 3-1. They're still pressing. Ostapovich
There's Loro trying
looking
to
for Loro, but it's out over the end line. And now for Elkhorn South, who have only put 2 or 3 shots on goal for this entire game. Really up against it. Just 16 minutes and change to get this thing back even and keep their hopes of a state tournament appearance alive.
Yep, they sure have been to every state tournament since 2007.
Prep with that long streak. Elkhorn South looking for their first one as a Class A school. Here's Burns on the sideline. Swings it in. Loro had to go off his chest. He's still looking for it, and it's cleared out as far as Ostapovich.
Bouncing around all game between black jerseys and white jerseys.
Metcalf to Drayton Baber.
Stumbled a little bit.
Ostapovich sends in another one, and this time Span has it. Punt this one out across midfield. 5:45 to go in the first half of overtime. Ostapovich is knocked down. There's no whistle. They play on.
Hove
battling for it.
He was fighting
One of the rare times you'll see him outsized, but he keeps his man off the ball as he was fighting for it.
He was fighting with Chochan.
With Carson Chochan, the junior. And it's out of bounds for an Elkhorn South throw-in.
Well, one thing you have to know, this game this game has been aggressive. They've been going at it all game long for this ball, no matter where at the field it is and what time it was.
Elkhorn South looking for something, but it's not there.
Take it away.
Burns emerges, gives it back for Metcalf. Simon Metcalf to Pasali.
On his horse.
The keeper's all the way out of the box, and he fires that one way out of bounds. Span beats Pasali to the point.
It was
and
all
it'll
the
be
way.
a throw-in for the Junior Jays. As we've got an injured player. That is not a good sign.
Oh.
Who is it?
Somebody's tying their shoe.
That's Metcalf, I think. That's Simon Metcalf. They're stretching out his right leg. And
he has been
thankfully he's back to his feet, but limping pretty heavily. They'll take him out.
We've been talking about this all game, and that is he is a piece to the puzzle about this team, a huge piece to the puzzle. He just earned his 10th goal of the year, or just earlier in this game, and he's just been an amazing player, an amazing good person as well. Just what he has to offer is amazing for this team and for everybody else.
From the looks of it, hopefully it's short term as he's walking off the field without any assistance. He is replaced by Owen Glagowski. As Creighton Prep will keep things moving offensively. Burns to Pasali, gets it right back. Burns to Bragg, who has pressure from behind. Here goes Bragg again.
Squeaks through.
Johnson looking for Bragg. The pass was too hard. It goes out of bounds. A goal kick for Elkhorn South with 4:25 left in the first half of OT.
Yep. You've seen people like Johnson squeeze through some of the defenders, but it just ends up off the mark, and it's just still just not going well. This ball still goes bouncing around.
Loro putting the pressure on, and Span gets it out of harm's way.
He's trying to, good job by Span to kick it out. Loro with a great hustle over to the goal boxes.
Kogel got it as far as Burns.
Oh, here he comes.
Who backs out and has it go out of bounds for an Elkhorn South throw-in. Kogel will provide it. Sending it in for his man.
Here we
now
go.
A battle for it. Baber goes down to the ground to clear that one out as he was pressured by Pettit. Chochan was in the area as well. And a bad pass there from Holman eluded Kogel. And a prep throw-in with 3:25 to go.
Sally's about to. No, wait. There'll be Zerline to kick things in as Baber, who did went down on the deck a little earlier after trying to retrieve one of the balls. Still, thankfully, still on his feet, still looking to be a factor in this team. As man,
Pasali putting the moves on Kogel. He gets by him. The cross is deflected and is cleared out by Elkhorn South. Bragg is waiting for it. And he picks it up. Brady Bragg has Burns open. Here is John Burns. Over to Pasali. Thomas Pasali into the middle. Loro fights for it, and Elkhorn South clears.
Here we go.
Now Drayton Baber is
look at
pressed by Pettit, but Hove is there to support. And he'll send this one up for Burns. Flicks it past Johnson, Like he was fooled a little bit by the spin of the ball, and now Glagowski will go back for Hove.
Oh,
Couldn't play it through, and Pettit overran it, and Hove sends it all the way up and out of bounds for an Elkhorn South throw-in. Just 2:10 remaining in the first half of OT.
Ball's popped up. Whatever the Elkhorn South has to do, they have to do it in a hurry. Like right
Pettit
here, guys.
looking for Chochan. Can he get around Baber? He can't.
Great job by Drayton Baber. Pettit is not happy with that.
Yeah, Chochan is
Chochan,
complaining about something. I don't know if he thought it was a corner kick or if he thought Baber should have been whistled for a foul, but whatever it is, he clearly is not receiving, and Durbin will be providing the goal kick.
Baber did a nice job trying to box out Chochan like it's basketball, trying to just edge him away from the ball, kind of. As ball bouncing around and whistle blown.
Right at midfield. This will be a foul against Elkhorn South. Prep.
Gotta go.
Get going. Ostapovich up the right sideline, watched by Roy, and Roy steps in with a good challenge to take it away. Junior Jays have it right back with Burns. 1:08 to play in the first OT. Pasali.
One-on-one.
Can't get through. Good defense by Kogel, who keeps pushing.
Under a
Kogel
minute.
trying to get to it. Here he comes. Couldn't get it past Zerline. However, Greeter is right there with fresh legs off the bench. Greeter with a great move on Zerline. Now he's got to get past Glagowski, and he can't. Kogel is there. He swings it in over Hove to the back post, and Elkhorn South cannot get to it. Chochan was lurking, but he fell down. It was out of his reach anyway.
So
Storm putting something together here.
Trying to look for something.
Just 25 seconds to go. Barring a miracle, we will go to the second half of overtime with the Junior Jays leading by 1. And Elkhorn South with just 10 minutes separating them from a potential end to their season. Burns gets that one way up in the air. Just 8 seconds to go. That one goes out of bounds. And that's it for the first half of overtime. Creighton Prep takes the lead at 2-1 as Brady Bragg comes through with a rifle shot through the keeper's legs. With a 2-minute break, we will take a quick break and be right back for the final 10 minutes of overtime on CPSN. Back here for the second half of overtime between Creighton Prep and Elkhorn South in the A-2 district final. It is 2-1 Junior Jays as Brady Bragg broke through about 3 minutes into that first half of OT. And now Elkhorn South will have possession to start the final 10 minutes. 10 minutes to decide whether Creighton Prep goes to another state tournament, whether Elkhorn South makes its first state tournament appearance as a Class A school, or whether we need penalty kicks to decide it. As Elkhorn South pushes.
It's been an awesome game all game around. Let's see if they hold up as they're up 2-1 with 10 minutes go. Let's see. Great hustle by, let's see.
Simon Metcalf, who got hurt in the first overtime for the Junior Jays, is not back into the game. Looked like a right leg injury for him.
Yeah, the ball will be going. Now,
Defense
Matthews.
by Matthews, who's back into the game after receiving a yellow card late in regulation as he took it away from Carter Pettit. Now Isaka plays it for Pasali. He has room up the left sideline. Thomas Pasali.
4 guys around him. Let's see if he can go around.
He peels back toward the corner.
Trying to make his move around.
Pasali back for Bragg. Brady Bragg. A flick, wide open on the far side, and offside anyway. The shot went in, but the keeper wasn't trying, as Glagowski had a look, but the flag was up.
Yeah. Fortunate, but wasn't offsides, but still, with 8:33 left, see what they can do. Glagowski up to
Jack
upside.
Johnson looks for it. Instead it comes back for Glagowski, who either missed it or let it go by. Bragg picks it up. Now Asaka into the box. Samir Asaka has a go, and it's trapped in the legs of Span. Makes another save.
Another save by Span. If they lose this game, it won't be on Span, really, because he's been having a monster game.
Chochan tried to play it through for Greeter, and Baber goes back for Durbin. However, Elkhorn South pushes right back in. A look! And a save by Durbin. I don't think that Peyton McCauley, the freshman, got all he wanted on that shot. It came in much slower than he probably wanted, and Durbin makes the play.
What a great job right there to make it, just making sure he does not go in his kitchen.
Burns loses it. Roy sends it toward the corner. Let's see if his man can get to it. He cannot.
Nope.
Carter Pettit did not get there in time. Out of bounds for a goal kick with 7:10 to go. The action has been a bit more 50-50 here in this second OT. Elkhorn South, after being dominated for the first 7 or 8 minutes in the first half of OT, started to string some looks together late in the period, and it's carried over fairly well into the second, but it won't matter if they can't find the back of that net in the next 6:45. Jack Johnson
on his horse,
racing for it. Instead, it comes back to the keeper, Glagowski. Gets around that slide tackle. Glagowski trying to get by Lancaster.
Trying to find his way around.
Working toward the end line, running out of room. And the cross is knocked down. Lancaster shanks that clearing attempt, but does get it to the sideline. Johnson has it poked through his legs and out of bounds by Roy. Creighton Prep throwing with 6:13 to go.
Yep, it's been all around this side.
That went out of bounds. Yep. Matthews tried to keep it in play as Johnson was a bit off target. Elkhorn South throwing with 6:04 remaining.
Yep.
This comes back for the keeper. Span puts a big
Boom.
Boot on it.
And off the
it's
head.
Headed way up in the air, and
Burns
taking a shot to the face was Chochan.
He's gonna.
Elkhorn South fans are in an uproar as Creighton Prep plays on. However, Roy takes it off the foot of Glagowski. Xander Roy
Chochan's still
looking for Chochan, and Baber just fires that one across the sideline and out of bounds.
See, Chochan, you got hit in the face. As you said, the Elkhorn South did not, or you're right, did have an uproar, and then looks like substitutes will be coming in the game.
5:26 to go. Matthews out for Creighton Prep. Maury is in.
Metcalf's going to come out too.
Yep,
And
good
for
to see
Glogowski.
Metcalf back after the injury. Glogowski comes out, and for Elkhorn South, looks like they've got Braden Kogel back in.
Yep.
He'll take the throw-in. Looks like they're going to have him put a lot of distance on this one. Here it comes, all the way into the box, and Maury clears as far as Lancaster. Lancaster sends it right back in. Baber heads it out of there. Isaka receives. Junior Jays with some numbers now.
Uh-oh.
Isaka leaves for Metcalf. Pasali on the left wing. Here comes Prep with 5 minutes to go. Thomas Pasali on the turf to Isaka, who got an awkward shot off. And it'll be a goal kick.
Isaka still on his take a seat, but we'll get it back up slowly as another huge kick by Span.
Bragg keeps it moving forward.
Ooh.
Roy with a good first touch to settle it down.
Bragg
and
can't
now
hit
he
him.
tries
Here
to
goes.
spring his man. Durbin's all the way out of the box.
Yep.
And he slides to send it out of there
What a
with
great-
Grader right there.
What a great job, man. It's just able to skate that.
That's
And
what you
now into
call
the
a
corner.
gamble.
Oh, yeah, big time.
It
Getting
pays
out the
off
box.
for
Step-
Durbin, and now we'll
Oh,
look for the
boy,
storm.
oh, boy.
But just not enough on the header to the back post.
Durbin, another great save. And he too is having a great game as well.
4:05 to go. Time is running out for Elkhorn South.
Ball popped up in the air. Oh boy.
Isaka to Metcalf. Pasali's got room. Receives it well. Thomas Pasali into Isaka. What can he do with it? He fires.
Oh!
It gets past the keeper and it's in!
Got him!
It's another goal for Creighton Prep, and that might be the icing on the cake for a district final win.
Holy cow, Asaka very likely could just punch their ticket to Creighton Stadium. What's the stadium game again?
Morrison Stadium. And Zamir Isaka might have just sent him there. 3-1 Creighton Prep with 3:45 to go in regulation.
Wow. Another uproar for the Junior Jays. Another uproar for this entire for the soccer team. And tell you one thing, this is just getting too exciting. It's getting a little fun too. Awesome going back here again.
6th goal of the year for Zamir Isaka. And a big one for Creighton Prep. Brady Bragg in the first half of OT, Isaka in the second half. And the Junior Jays, just like they did in the district semifinal, overcome an early deficit with 3 unanswered goals. And now Elkhorn South has got to absolutely
Have a
speed run
miracle.
this here as the shot goes over the net as they went all the way into the box immediately. And the shot came from Chochan.
Yep. Just a little over the goal line, and I'll tell you one thing. Whatever Elkhorn South has to do, they have to do this in a huge hurry to get to at least tie this ball game.
3:10 on the clock. Over the head of Isaka. And McWilliams plays it up the sideline for the Storm. However, Zerline steps in. Bragg for the Junior Jays, working at
Here we go.
midfield. Under 3 minutes to go.
Gonna
It's
hook
Baber on the near side.
Maury's open, he'll give it to him.
Here he comes, Aiden Maury, pressured by Roy. Maury, look at that speed
Oh,
to get
boy.
by him. Maury tried to send it through the middle, but it wasn't there.
Great
Burns.
job. Great job to kick it out.
John Burns. Look at him go.
Oh.
Crossover move as he gets it back for Baber. And now into Johnson, who receives it well.
Trying to
Has
find Maury.
Maury
He'll
on
get
a
it to him.
run. Aiden Maury. Will the Junior Jays score third in the extra time?
Oh.
Pasali can't get to it. 2:15 remaining. Pasali somehow gets through.
That's a great
Here he
job.
goes again. Back for Metcalf, who
Oh.
stumbled and fell to the ground as he tried to take an awkward shot.
Hit a foul ball. Oh, wait, this is soccer.
Here's Hove trying to keep it in play. He can't. Elkhorn South will have a throw-in with 1:55 to go. Zerline steps onto it and absolutely booms it down the field. It will go out of bounds all the way down near the corner flag. And the Birdcage is doing the old, if you're losing in, you know what, clap your hands.
This is one of my favorites.
The poor Elkhorn South fans that came down from 192nd and Pacific. Some of them are filming this, but none of them are responding, unfortunately. 1:25 to go for the Junior Jays and the Storm.
Here they are, about to celebrate. Coach Hoover, Coach Monzu, all the other coaches, and including the players, are about ready to get this party started as they will head back to the state tournament for the first time, or for the 15th consecutive year.
Johnson on the end line, fielded by Span. It's out for a goal kick and just 50 seconds on the clock.
Taking it easy. Span's going to kick things off again. Even though he's going to probably fall this game, you have to give credit to Elkhorn South. And one guy in particular is Span, their goalkeeper. He's been having an awesome game. Parker Span. Hats off to you. So with time under 30 seconds.
Here comes Asaka. Just 20 seconds on the clock. Asaka had it poked away. Metcalf leaves it for Burns. Over to Maury with just 13 seconds to go. Johnson
Gets a little shove.
10 seconds. He'll dribble into the corner. He'll just leave it there.
And that will
They know the
do
route
it.
well. From 74th and Western to Morrison Stadium, the Creighton Prep Junior Jays are going back to the state tournament with an A-2 district final victory. 3-1 in overtime over the Elkhorn South Storm. Goals from Bragg and Asaka in the extra period. And the Creighton Prep Junior Jays continue on the road toward their 10th state championship. An emotional come-from-behind victory here today.
Another comeback.
And an incredible game of soccer.
This is awesome. Again, heading back to state, I'll tell you one thing. State soccer is always fun to watch every mid-May, and it's just sign me up for what's about to happen to state soccer and for the Creighton Prep Junior Jays. It's been an awesome season, and they're not done yet.
We'll keep it here for a moment for the handshakes and the celebration for the Junior Jays. Creighton Prep trailed 2-0 early in the game against Grand Island on Monday, but then scored 3 in the span of 10 minutes in the second half to win it. Today they trailed 1-0 at halftime, scored the equalizer on a PK by Simon Metcalf, and then 2 in overtime from Brady Bragg and Zamir Asaka, and here they come to celebrate with their fans.
Oh, man.
All the students that showed up today. Man, how fun has that got to be for the Junior Jays after such a hard-fought battle as this one. And now they got a well-deserved week of rest coming up before state tournament play kicks off. The Elkhorn South fans to our left provide a standing ovation for their guys as well.
Yeah,
just a great day of
awesome,
soccer
awesome.
at Creighton Prep.
My first game calling soccer, and they did not disappoint. That's for sure.
Here is the district trophy
Bingo.
for Creighton Prep.
I love it.
Simon Metcalf holding it for the Junior Jays. He's the one that tied it. He's the one who played through an injury in the overtime. They're coming over to celebrate with the fans. George Loro's got it now for Creighton Prep.
Oh, I
Look
love
at
this.
that. Oh,
Yeah.
it's too much fun.
Hats off to them. Yep.
See you at Morrison Stadium. The Creighton Prep Junior Jays defeat the Elkhorn South Storm 3-1 in the district final here today. They win the A2 district championship. And if that wasn't fun enough, on Saturday we will be covering Creighton Prep baseball.
Oh, yeah.
As they head to district play. Semifinals and finals will both be held on Saturday. Junior Jays, second-ranked district team in the state, Metro Conference Tournament champions, and heavy contenders for a state championship as well. Both these teams, soccer and baseball, have a great opportunity to do it. And the road will begin on Saturday for Creighton Prep Baseball, so we will have that coverage for you from Jurgensen Park. Alex, any final comments here for this one?
Soccer did not disappoint, that is for sure. And they ain't done yet, as I said, with state soccer coming up, and obviously on the Creighton Sports Network with you and Mike Nockenhauer will be on the call for baseball. That will be fun too. But for soccer, this is fun, that's for sure.
So that'll do it from Leahy Stadium. Junior Jays over Elkhorn South 3-1 in the district championship. For Alex Tejan, Mike Nockenhauer Jr., Mr. Yakum, our cameraman, and for all our CPSN crew, Tyler Reedy saying thank you so much for tuning in here today, and we will see you Saturday for the baseball district semifinals and finals.